Hello, my name is KHawley, and this is my class presentation for the final project in ISI 706. Thank you for joining me. The title for this talk is AI in Public Libraries, Opportunities and Threats. If you're familiar with the SWOT analysis, I'm using opportunities and threats in that sense. External factors that may make artificial intelligence a threat to the public library's mission, or opportunities to use AI to help public libraries achieve their goals. I've divided this presentation into three sections. First, I'm going to talk about AI in general, the ways that artificial intelligence is already impacting society, especially in terms of information searching behaviors. I'm then going to touch briefly on how AI will have different effects on different cities and regions and their local economies. Lastly, I'll discuss AI's impact on the traditional roles within a public library, such as cataloging, reference services, and circulation, and how AI may lead to changes in those roles for better or worse. The single biggest trend we've all noticed over the past few decades is the ease at which people can find information online without having to go to their local library. A 2022 study fleshed out the implications of these changes, noting that increased searches on cell phones instead of PCs has also changed people's search habits, and how features such as AI virtual assistants are accelerating these changes. First of all, COVID-19 greatly increased the shift to online services such as AI chatbots among public libraries and other customer service platforms. This study also indicated that one-third of consumers own a mobile device that has a built-in virtual assistant, and more than half of all adults and teens use a voice search every day. This leads to the conclusion that voice searching is particularly common among teens. Furthermore, 60% of all internet searches now happen on cell phones instead of computers. This small relative size of phone screens means that the first 4 or 5 searches get the vast majority of clicks. Phone users also spend less time using each of their search results, indicating that they are not reading the resulting links in depth. All of these factors together indicate that phone users are just looking for simple, quick answers to their search inquiries, and are not fully exploring or examining the results that they get. The prevalence of cell phones and quick searches has further implications for the current state of information retrieval. By using voice commands and natural language, cell phone users are not utilizing controlled vocabulary, Boolean search options, or other useful tools. Also, search engines do not have access to the deep web, especially in terms of scientific databases that may be behind a paywall. Internet search results may also contain incorrect information or even disinformation. When combined with the fact that cell phone users are often clicking on the first link they see and not taking time to verify the accuracy of what they're reading, it seems likely that the spread of misinformation will continue to increase in the future. Privacy issues will also become more important, as virtual assistants and other AI tools are often customized to each user and adapting to the information that the user is sharing. However, the increase of chatbots, voice-controlled searching, and AI will have positive effects as well. First of all, internet searches and AI are available 24 hours a day. This is particularly useful for homeschoolers and others who have information needs during hours when public libraries are normally closed. AI will be very helpful for those whose primary language is not English. AI translations mean that the vast majority of resources will be available in everyone's native languages. Screen readers, easily adaptable font sizes, and other online tools will make information retrieval much easier for those with disabilities, especially those who may have difficulty transporting themselves to their public library. Finally, while privacy is certainly an issue, AI may be able to personalize an individual's search results based on their previous searches or habits. Someone visiting their public library may interact with a different librarian each day, and that librarian is unlikely to be able to remember exactly what that person searched for or found last time, where they left off, or what new angles they may want to explore. AI retains this information and may provide a much more customized experience. Nowadays, when you think of a community that was built around coal mining or manufacturing, you probably don't picture them as being economically successful. They may have fallen on hard times as society and technology moved on. The same is likely to happen with AI. As with the previous decades, unskilled or low-skilled people and populations will continue to struggle to find employment. AI is likely to increase the proportion of society that risks being replaced. Research shows that previously common careers such as law, medical billing, and even human resources may be replaced by AI. These are professions that were previously based on lots of paperwork, but that paperwork has been moved online. While that may seem like progress, This same paperwork may soon be completed more quickly and easily by AI. Some researchers think that the whole model of education and career development may need to change. Traditionally, people spend the first 20 years or so of their lives getting an education, and then the next several decades in their careers. AI may shorten these time spans, requiring people to be retrained in new careers as their old ones are phased out or replaced. This may serve as an opportunity for public libraries to serve more centrally as centers of lifelong learning and career exploration and development. Fortunately, librarians are already exploring ways to help their libraries and their communities transition to this new AI-led environment. 17% of public libraries are already using AI in some form. 67% of librarians think AI will transform how libraries operate, and 68% of librarians want more training on AI. Organizations such as the ALA are helping librarians learn to face these challenges. For example, the annual ALA conference in Philadelphia in June 2025 will provide more than 20 different educational programs centered around AI, making AI the second most popular conference topic after the freedom to read. Within libraries themselves, many jobs that are currently being done by library staff may be replaced by AI. One study indicated a 95% chance that most library technicians and assistants could be replaced by AI over the next 20 years. As with the lawyers, medical billers, and HR employees mentioned previously, the key here is the thought required to perform a task. If a task requires conscious thought but is extremely repetitive, people generally find that task to be boring and their minds may wander. This leads to inefficiency and errors. AI can perform these tasks indefinitely, without pause, much faster, and at a very low error rate, and at a lower cost. Library catalogers are also at risk of being replaced by AI. While many librarians feel that cataloging requires human thought, a program known as UKnow has already organized a collection of over 100 million scholarly articles. AI will be able to create subject headings and organize resources and collections faster and more uniformly than a human can. The remaining role will be for people to review the AI's work to make sure the results are ethical and helpful for their community. Many physical tasks, such as shelving and shelf reading, may also be replaced by AI. The difference here is that physically moving books requires not just AI, but also robotics, which are getting more sophisticated all the time, perhaps not as quickly as AI. However, current technologies such as RFID tags will be very useful, as they allow for machines to read and identify a particular book much faster than an individual can read an old faded cover. Even if physical robots evolve more slowly, automated drones could be very helpful. For example, a drone could drive or even fly through a library at night, scanning the shelves for RFID tags that are marked as missing or out of place. It could then produce a report for a librarian to use the next morning to correct the errors. Many public libraries are already using chatbots and other AI tools for customer service. One of the main benefits is that chatbots are always online and available 24/7. They can easily answer many basic questions and have infinite patience. As mentioned previously, chatbots can also be enabled to handle inquiries in a variety of different languages. Another benefit of AI is that people may be willing to ask a more personal question than they'd be willing to share with a real human. In summary, one could say that the threats posed by AI outnumber the benefits to public libraries and their communities. Going forward, libraries can help their communities prepare for AI in a number of ways. Libraries can give presentations about AI to community centers, condo complexes, retirement homes, and other places where people may have questions. One library created a community event where people used ChatGPT and AI image creators to help them write stories. The library then combined these stories into a video and posted it on the library's YouTube page. Rather than just scaring or warning people about AI, this program showed people how AI actually works and how individuals can use it as a benefit in their own lives in a creative way. Librarians can find more ideas like this by contacting their state library or other professional organizations to see what training opportunities are out there, or learn how other creative librarians are already using AI to educate their communities and help libraries serve as centers for lifelong learning. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this presentation has been helpful.